What's going on, social media socialites? I am just enjoying this. Oh shoot, that was not good. I'm out here. Um, I'm out here in my mother's backyard. Is that better? There we go. Cool. And I am enjoying this beautiful breakfast. And I thought, you said, you know what? I might as well do a cigars with the CEO edition. So I am going to have this breakfast as I am on vacation and do a live Q&A and answer some of your questions. So there are several people that are in here. So go ahead and introduce yourself and say hi. Now, if you're watching this on the replay and you was like, Dean, I wanted to ask you questions live. Oh, shifting again. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, Dean, I wanted to ask you questions live. How come, I missed it? That's because two things. One, you didn't subscribe. Or two, if you did subscribe, you did not hit the bell. So, two things. One, subscribe. And two, hit the bell. So, let's see who's all in here. How are you guys doing today? All right, there are 45 people in here already. Go ahead and say hi, introduce yourself. Let's see if you guys are able to comment. I think you guys should be able to comment. Yeah. All? Yeah, super chat? Yeah. Super chat? Yeah. That's good stuff. We should be good to go. You guys are able to comment, so that's good. Hey, how you doing? Jay of Barbados, blessings. How are you doing, Jay? Good to see you, my man. I have a this is one of my favorite sticks, ladies and gentlemen. There's a humidor, a real nice cigar spot that's not too far away from where I am. A really nice cigar spot. They had a really nice walk-in humidor, and I found one of my favorite sticks, which is a Isla del Sol. So I was like, ooh, perfect opportunity to do a cigar with the CEO. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to enjoy this and answer some of your questions live. I said that the next time I was going to do a cigar with the CEO, I was going to do a live one where I'm taking your phone calls when we got to 2,000 subscribers. So we're not quite at 2,000 subscribers. We're like 1,950 something. But I just thought this was a really good opportunity. So thanks so much for watching. Let's see who's all watching. Okay. Abracia is watching. Hey, Abracia, how are you doing? I'm doing extremely well. Edward Andrews is watching. How's it going, money man? I am doing extremely well. Edward Andrews, thanks so much for asking. What's considered a generalized business for a NICS code? Jesse Williams, that's a very good question, Jesse. As soon as I light up my stick, I'm going ahead and answer that. So that's the first question I'm going to answer. All right, Nikki Nikki Stewart Brown is in the building. Hey, Nikki, how are you doing? All right, exclamation thought says, what benefits creating holding company? That's a very good question. That's the second question I'm going to answer after I toast up. All right, what's good, Dean? Salute to you. And the info in the video, that is by Demiso Amirio. Sometimes the names are kind of funny on YouTube, so I appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support. All right, Jesse Williams is in the building. Hey, Jesse. And Fresh Air Brown is in the building. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. It is beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful. Look at this architecture. It's just gorgeous, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to enjoy this breakfast and enjoy my stick and answer your questions. It's a little warm, but it still feels so good out here. It feels so good out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and toast up and answer your questions. And I don't have a torch, unfortunately. And you can't bring a torch with you on a plane. So I don't have my torch with me. So I'm gonna have to do it old school with the matches. So let's see how we do. It's a little more difficult when you don't have your torch. but it worked out pretty good. And this is one of my favorite sticks. It's an Isla del Sol. It's by Drew Estate. I like infused cigars, and this is infused with a hint of cherry, as well as a hint of coffee, which is pretty good. Which is why I have me some coffee right here, and I'm going to answer your questions. So let me see what I missed while I was toasting up. Wow, a lot of comments. So once again, if you're watching this and you're like, Dean, I wanted to watch you live, or how come I couldn't answer you questions live, or where did I miss it? Is because you did not hit the bell, or and you didn't subscribe. So, all right, let's see. Let's go back, because it was the first question that was asked was, what was the NCSI? What's the NCIS code? What's the SIC code? Is what I call it. It's the SIC code. That's the universal term for it. Who was that? That was by Jesse Williams. Jesse Williams asked, I don't have the best burn, so I have to make sure it doesn't go out. Jesse asked, what is the best NAIC? What's the best SIC code for a generalized business? When you go to, you can actually go to NACIS.com. If you Google that, then the actual federal website will come up, and you can see all the SIC codes. So what you do is you type in business. I don't know the exact number. I think it starts with a 9. But what you do is you go to the website, and then you type in business. Then you type under business. Then the next options are going to come up, and under business, then you type business management. All right. So after that, you type business management. And so you want the one that is for business, generalized business management, which allows you to manage a myriad of businesses. So that's what you would want to do for a holding company, as well as that's what you were going to want to do for a good general SIC code, so that you're not marginalized based on your industry. That's a very good question. Very good question. All right, so I think I wanted to answer that question. That's a very good question. Let's see who else was in the building. What's good, Dean? All right, that's from Shayon Thompson. Hey, Shayon, how are you doing today? What's good thing? Conversation the other day. Good stuff. I'm glad that you appreciate the conversation we had the other day. That's really good. Kevin is in the building. Hey, Kevin. So actually, I think, yeah, Shayon, I met you at the airport, I think. I think that was good stuff. I got a new subscriber that met me at the airport. All right, that's good stuff. You don't want to be limited, and you don't want to be in a certain niche. Okay, that's a very good, Jesse. So if you don't want to be limited, and you don't want to be marginalized in a certain niche, then that's what you're gonna have to do. I don't know what's going on with this view. It looks very, very dark all of a sudden. Let's see if I can fix this. It looks very, very dark. So forgive me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I push something on my phone, and now hopefully you guys can see me pretty good. I can go and get in the light if I need to. But it's a very good question, though. All right, so let's see who else. You guys, a gang of questions. Wow, a gang of questions. Okay, so first, what I want like 40 of you guys watching, every one of you guys hit the like button right now at one time. All right, all of you guys hit the like button at one time right now while I try to figure this out. So I want everybody to hit the like button. So let's do a mass like button, and I want you to hit the share button too. So I want you to share this. Now, I know some of you guys might say, well, Dean, all I do is YouTube. I don't do anything but YouTube. Hit the share button and text it to someone. So hit the share button and text it. And share this on your social media. Share this with other entrepreneurs that are like-minded, other like-minded entrepreneurs that might want to know how to build a business or start their business. So go ahead and share that with them as well. All right, so let's see here. A lot of questions in the building. Okay, good stuff. Go ahead and hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button right now. All right, let's see here. Kevin B is in the building. Hey, Kevin is in the building. Okay. So the Renaissance asks, what is the price of the Academy going to be? Because you planned on enrolling on November 17th. Because I have a year Off January the 18th. Okay, so if you're enrolled or you plan on enrolling in our course November 2017. Okay. All right. Well, as of right now, I still haven't updated everything, guys. Forgive me. So it's a benefit for all of you guys right now who haven't enrolled, because there are two courses that I'm adding, and the price is going to go up because we're adding the nonprofit course. And once we add the nonprofit course, then the price has to go up. But right now, the price for the course is only $50 a month for 12 months, which equals $600 for the year. Or you can do a one-time fee of $450 and save $150. That's right now. But once we add the nonprofit course in, then the price is going to go up to $100. And I don't know what the one-time fee discount will be, but it will go up to $100 when we add the nonprofit side. So everything that we have right now is for profit, because we had a lot of nonprofit clients, and we have a very good track record with Google Grants. And so Google Grant is giving out like $200,000, like it ain't nothing when you set up the proper way. And in that nonprofit course is going to teach that. So I just can't have the course to be $50 and have the nonprofit side with the $200,000 Google Grant. Will not make good business sense. It just make me feel some type of way. It does make me feel some type of way. Hey, what's going on? Kevin B is in the building. Okay, awesome. Good question. So, Big Rod says, if sole proprietors and switch to a C corporation, does your business time start over again? Yes, that's a very good question, Big C. So, if you are a sole proprietor, in the eyes of the underwriters and in the eyes of the lenders, your business date doesn't start to the date that you incorporate and the date in which you got a business checking account. So you are a sole proprietor. Have you filed taxes as a sole proprietor? So let me know if you filed taxes as a sole proprietor, and when you did your taxes as a sole proprietor, was it greater than $30,000 a year? The breeze is good, guys, but it's still, I am in Vegas. It is hot. That's a very good question. All right. Would you suggest starting a fleet after 1 year OTR? That's a very good question. Who is that? That's Island Boy. Island Boy, listen, I encourage you to start a fleet the first day you want to start a fleet. Listen to me. Don't allow somebody else's failures become your goal. Let me explain what I mean by that. There are people who started out in the trucking industry and they failed at it miserably. The reason why they failed is because they were not prepared. They were not properly prepared. And I don't mean by driving. I mean by creating a proper business. They were funding everything themselves. Me personally have never driven OTR, but I'm building a fleet. I don't even have a CDL, but I'm building a fleet. Why? Because it's good business sense. With President Trump in the office, commerce is picking up, trade is picking up. He just asked for $1 trillion. He just asked for $1 trillion increase for trade. That means freight moving. So I said all of that to say, I don't. Now let me rephrase the question. Should somebody who only has a year driving be OTR and manage it? No. But as far as building the business, building business credit, managing the paperwork, making sure that you have your fuel cards, making sure that you have your authority, or even if you can put your fleet and lease on to somebody, you can do that as well. You don't have to have your own authority in order to have a fleet. You can have a fleet leased on. I have 3 clients right now that have 4. One has 4 trucks and one has 4 trucks, and the other one just purchased 2 trucks. He just got a loan from one of the credit unions that we work with, and he just purchased 2 trucks. So now he's at 3, one with 4 and one with 3 right now. And I said all of that to say that both of them are leased on to, one is leased on to Roadrunner and the other one is leased on to Interstate, if my memory serves me correct. But I said all of that to say that you can lease on or you can get your own authority. It doesn't matter. Knowing how to drive in the snow has absolutely nothing to do with how you can get a contract with Target. Or knowing how to do an alley dock has absolutely no bearings on if you're able to make sure that you go through all the way stations. You see what I'm saying? So the inner workings of managing the trucks is different from the actual operation of the business. So my advice to you is that if you are in the trucking industry and you want to build a fleet, and you've only been over OTR now for a year, do it. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. People say, oh, you shouldn't go out there. No, that's them. And that's that old school mentality. This is 2017, the year of the Apple, the year of going direct to the consumer. All of that old working your way up, this 2017, baby boy. So let me ask you a question. Will you lose respect from truckers? Yes, you might. But let me ask you this question. How much does respect pay your bills? How much does respect give you vacations and you're still doing business? I had 3 clients enroll this morning into my course, and I'm on vacation. How much does somebody's opinion of you or respect have anything to do with if you're about to get a manicure or pedicure? I'm about to take my mom, and we're about to go get massages and get pedicures, and she getting her eyebrows and her hair done, all the other stuff. I said all of that to say this. People's respect and people's opinion, you can't deposit it into the bank, baby boy. That has absolutely no reference to your net worth as an entrepreneur. And if you're not ruffling people's feather, and if you're not making somebody uncomfortable, and if you're not making somebody talk about you, you ain't going hard enough. You need to go a little bit harder. Your ambition needs to make lazy people uncomfortable. Wow, gang of questions. Okay. A gang of questions. All right, so we have 20 more people who have just joined. I need all 20 of you guys to hit the like button right now. I invest in people that invest into themselves. Invest into yourself by hitting the like button right now. All right, so let's see here. Wow, look at all these questions. Good question. You have to be able to invest into yourself before others will. That is absolutely correct. Xavier Blackman, you have to be able to invest into yourself before others will. I don't invest in people that don't invest into themselves. You give people a hand up, not a handout. Because if you give somebody a handout and they don't value it, then you just wasted, you squandered it. So Jehovah God is going to look at you that you were not good with what he invested you to have. When you throw the Bible says, or the number 1 best-selling book of all time says, don't cast your pearls amongst swine. So that's the reason why, yes, I do a lot of free stuff. I'm very philanthropic when it comes to educating, when it comes to just giving out, free content. Like I think the last time I did a live, I think I was live for, I did like 2 hours. No, I did like an hour and a half of consulting or whatever. Yeah, because people need an opportunity. But at the same time, when you invest in yourself, then you reap a harvest from it. So Xavier Brown, you are 100% correct, my man. You only invest in people that invest in themselves, and you who have opportunity, have talent, don't cast your pearl amongst swine. Link up with people that value you and value themselves enough to invest into themselves, whether it is taking a course or whether it is, for instance, people watching hour-long videos. Somebody was said to me, oh, Dean, your videos are popping, but you would have a lot more views and a lot more subscribers if they were shorter. And I said, my content isn't made for short videos, for people who watch short videos. My content is made for people who are entrepreneurial, that want to get out, go get it, and come back with it, and just need a little bit of guidance and help. And those type of people that are hungry enough to sit through an hour-long video or to surf through hours and hours and hours of good quality content are the type of people that are willing to invest in themselves. And those are the type of people that I want to invest in. So Xavier Brown, you are absolutely correct, sir. Very good question. Very good comment. All right, a lot of questions. All right, so big boy, you said you have not filed yet. So will this be your first year filing as a sole proprietor then? So if you haven't filed yet, then you just need to create a LLC, big boy. So big boy 738 is just create an LLC. That way you don't have to worry about any tax liability coming over. A mistake that a lot of people make is when they try to go from sole proprietor to an LLC, or go from an LLC to a C Corp and an S Corp. That draws up red flags, and that increases your risk of being audited. Doesn't guarantee that you will be, and it doesn't guarantee that you will not, but it just increases, like your radar level goes up just a notch. So if you have not filed your business taxes yet, and you are a sole proprietor and you want to start and build a business, my advice, big boys, just go ahead and start your LLC right now. The extra 3 months or 2 months or a year that you had, just charge it to the game. Because even in the eyes of the underwriters and the lenders, you're not considered a viable business unless you've been incorporated for at least a year. For some of the lending programs that we have for some of the larger lenders, but some of the vendor accounts, net 30 accounts, business credit cards, and private equity companies, you can become an LLC tomorrow. And in our course, you're guaranteed at least $20,000 in business credit, and that's in 16 weeks. You're guaranteed that within 16 weeks. All right, very good question. All right, so all right, okay, let's see here. All right, Dante has joined, Sheila has joined, Felicia has joined, Erica has joined. Hey, Erica, how are you doing? Hey, Felicia, how are you doing? All right, so Island Boy says, you don't care what others think. It's all about your daughter. Listen to me. Island Boy, big up yourself, for real. That's what it's all about. Big up yourself for that. Good stuff. All right, so Big Ken says, how you get them? How do I get what, Big Ken? So Big Ken, how do I get what? When you say them, tell me what them is. Because there's a lot of comments, and there's a lot of comments that come in and come in and come in. Unless you do a super chat will leave your comment at the top. But other than that, so when you ask me a question in a full-on sentence. Even if you're watching this on the replay and you want to ask me a question below, and I'll answer your question. But next time, subscribe and hit the bell, and you can ask your questions live. All right. So, all right, Xavier says direct shippers is the ultimate goal. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Xavier, if direct shippers is the ultimate goal, position yourself right now so that you can get there. Listen, there are so many different opportunities that are available. A lot of the major carriers, they always go after the big guys, but there's a lot of opportunities with some of the smaller guys as well. So you can definitely, my stick is unraveling. I thought it was fresh. It wasn't as fresh as I thought it was. It's unraveling on me. I don't like that. See that? It's unraveling on me. I gotta make it damp. Take this off. There we go. There we go. It felt fresh. It looked fresh. Yes, it just wasn't fresh. The E.DeanCole normally does not unravel like this. It means that it's been sitting for a minute still. Still a nice stick though, real nice smoke, a lot of nice flavor. All right, so let me see some of these other questions. All right, Carlos says, direct shippers are easy meeting everyone. It says direct shippers are easy meeting, comma. Everyone needs to make it. Consistency is the goal. You're 26 with 7 truck fleet and brokerage. Carlos, congratulations, sir. Good stuff. That is perfect, Carlos. And these are the type of people that I love politicking with, because you need to see this, because there's so many people that would tell you the doom and the gloom in business. Carlos, thank you so much for that, my man. I really appreciate that. This man is 26 years old with 7 trucks. That means that he's a millionaire. The average truck, guys, listen to this. The average truck grosses $250,000 gross. So that means that when you have 4 trucks, you're over at $1 million net worth. So if he has 7 trucks, that means that he is one more truck away from literally being worth $2 million on assets. And that right there is stuff that you can really take to the bank. So that's good stuff. That does matter. A lot of people say it doesn't matter. It's because they don't know where to go to where they can make it matter and where to capitalize on it. So that's a very good question, Carlos. I appreciate you chiming in on that, sir. I appreciate you sharing that positivity. Good stuff, Carlos. That is Carlos Escobedo. I appreciate that, Carlos. All right. All right. Big K says direct shipper accounts. How do you get them? Oh, how do you get direct shipper accounts? Okay. The first thing you do to get a direct shipper account is be in position in order to get a direct shipper account. Because if you're not in position, you're going to waste your time. And you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to spill your opportunity. All right. You do not want to waste your opportunity, because when you get a seat at the table, you need to be ready to eat, not play around. I get it certain times. People like to ask me, they'll call up my office to see if I'm real, or they'll call up my office to see if it's legitimate or not. Like I'm not a real person, like all of my information and all of my content, all of my screenshots, all of my videos aren't real. And what happens is that irritates a busy person, just like a shipper. So what happens is that you don't want to become blackballed by being somebody that just talks about it. So that being said, the way that you get to be a shipper, the way that you get a contract with a shipper, first thing you do is make sure that you have a good, reliable truck that meets the shipper's guidelines, or make sure that your fleet meets the trucker's guidelines. There's a company in Georgia that's called Kroger, and they will not contract with you unless you have 5 trucks. Amazon right now is building a airport in Atlanta. Amazon is building an airport in Atlanta. Amazon. And in order to contract with them, you need to have 3 trucks. So depending on what the qualifications are, so definitely reach out to figure out what the qualifications are. Some companies want your truck to be a certain year, some of them. So that's the first thing. First thing you do is make sure that you meet the qualifications and make sure you meet the guidelines. After you meet and in the process of meeting the qualification and meeting the guidelines, you need to make sure that your business is set up credibly and it's established. You want to have business credit, because people are able to look at your business information to determine if you are a viable company or not. Not all of them are going to do that, but it's good in order to do that. You want to make sure that you have a good business profile. Make sure that you have a good DUNS number, because a DUNS number to us is if you are able to build business credit. But to a lot of companies, especially with government contracts, you have to have 80 paydex even before you can get some government contracts. And that has absolutely nothing to do with, like, people want a prime example. There are some companies or some places where a regular person will go to apply for a job, like when you apply for a job at a bank and they check your credit when you apply for the job. Some companies do the exact same thing with your business credit. So building business credit is good for just the sustainability for your business, but also for opportunities. That's a very good question. My phone is about to die, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like every time I think going live eats up your battery more than anything else. Very good question. Very good question. Hello. All right, so this is the Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. So the Grinch says, hello. Do you file taxes quarterly for a corporation? That's a very good question. You want to get with your accountant to determine how you want to file taxes. Because I'm not a certified accountant, I don't want to tell you that, yes or no. But the average business that I know does file quarterly taxes to stay ahead of it. But if you don't file your taxes, you have a different leeway. You have different loopholes. So depending on your business type, depending on when you started your business, how you created your business, how you're set up, the average person will do their quarterly taxes. But then there are also different amendments, and there are different what is it called? It's called an amendment, and it's also called an extension that you're able to file. So definitely get with a CPA to answer that question. But most importantly, they do it quarterly most of the time. All right, so Island Boy says, understand, thank you. You're very, very welcome, sir. All right, that's good stuff. All right. So Derek says, greetings, Mr. Cole. Do you need collateral to get $50,000 in business credit? Absolutely not, Derek. You can get up to $150,000, $200,000 in most cases without any collateral. So when you ask what So when you say, do you need collateral to build business credit, that is that's not the real question. What I mean by that is the real question should be, tell me what you want to do. Because building business credit, you don't need any income, you don't need any type of contracts. But I think maybe you're asking to build business credit for something specifically. So what are you looking for $50,000 for? But that's a very good question, though. Very good question. Derek Sempcrat. Very good question. All right, and Derek, you said that you messaged me on Facebook, but I didn't see any message. I know you said that you needed, if memory serves me correct, you have a medical, you're in the medical field, and you have a facility. You said you needed business credit. I remember you leaving a comment for me on one of my comments, and I said to message me, but I did not see your message on Facebook. Derek, your picture looks familiar. All right. So Xavier says, fill out the packet for who you want to drive for. After you get approved, then get added onto their insurance, and then there's no limit on how many you can have. That is absolutely correct, Xavier. You can have as many trucks as you want to be leased on with them. So that's if you want to get leased on underneath somebody else instead of having your own authority. So Xavier, you're spot on with that. Good stuff. You're absolutely correct. All right. Okay, Island Boy says you're looking to do Amazon PBA. That's what we were just talking about when I was talking about Amazon in Atlanta. All right, you're currently trading. You're currently doing full-time trading, and you also do real estate while living on the truck. That's very good stuff, so I'm very proud of you on that. For that 1-year OTR, is that doable, or should you focus on 1 or 2? That's a very good question. If you're trying to get in real estate and you're trying to be on the truck, I think that it is... there's a difference between being busy and being productive. Perfect example. Let me tell you how you're able to be productive. You want to know the secret to achieve any of your goals? If you are watching right now, there are over 50 people watching. I want everybody to hit the like button right now, and I want you to share this. If you've already shared it with somebody else, I want you to share it again. And if you want to know the secret that every last one of I have 3 millionaire mentors. They all said the exact same thing uncannily. And if you want to know how I've been able to build my business, and I've done this, I'm going to tell you right now. But first, I need you to comment. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to say, tell me. And if you're watching live right now, I want you to say, tell me. So everybody that's watching live right now, hit the like button and share it. If you're watching this on the replay, hit the like button and share it, and comment below, tell me. I'm going to tell you the secret that all 3 of my millionaires have taught me, and has helped me to get to the point to where I'm very, very close myself. How I'm able to have the highest rated radio show on my station. I mean, that's just huge for me. Like before, I was on the radio before I came out, and I'm actually going to upload that tonight when we get back we're going to a rooftop party. I forgot the name of the hotel, but there's a rooftop old school party that I'm taking my mom and my stepfather to. When we get back from that tonight, I'm going to upload the radio show if you missed it live. And I have the highest rated radio show. I didn't even realize it. All right, so let's see. I want everybody to participate. Let's see who's all participating. All right. Derek says real estate. Okay, so Derek, if you're wanting to purchase $50,000 in real estate, you don't need to have any collateral. You actually can build up. I actually have a video. Matter of fact, Derek, just for you, in the description below, after this video is over, I'm going to tag a video that I did talking about my experience when I was flipping real estate full time. Hey, Mama. I was just telling everybody that we're going to go get manicure and pedicures and go into the rooftop party.
Oh, okay.
But okay, so, but yeah, so yes, you're able to build your relationship up to where you could actually, there's a lot of different variables that you're able to do. You can actually get a loan from 3 different locations, and you don't have to use collateral. You can use a corporate credit card as your 30% that most private lenders want you to have. So there's a lot of different myriad of ways for that. That's a very good question. I think I need to do more questions on that, because that's how I started in banking, was in the real estate, doing mortgages when I was in the mortgage industry. That's a very good question. All right, so let's see all these comments. Okay, so, all right, so let's see who's participating. All right, All right, so Nikki says, tell me. All right, Brian says, tell me. All right, Demised Miro says, tell me. All right, Bullseye Trucking says, tell me. All right, Penn Corp says, tell me. Dwight says, tell me. Lisa says, tell me. Erica says, tell me. Dante says, tell me. Felicia says, tell me. Okay, so I'm gonna give, these are the 3 secrets. These are the 3 secrets that you can do, that you need to master actually to be able to accomplish any of your goals, no matter what it is. There are 3 simple, easy things that you need to do. The first thing you need to do is you need to put in energy. The second thing you need to do is you need to put in effort. And the third thing you need to do is execute. I'm about to break all that down. Energy, effort, and execution. So, Island Boy says that he's in the truck driving OTR. He wants to do real estate. He wants to trade stocks, and he wants to build his fleet. That you're putting energy in so many different places. Become laser focused and accomplish one thing. At the most 2 things, because you can be in the truck and drive OTR and then do one other thing. My advice is focus on trading and or focus on real estate. Now, it's going to be kind of tough for you if you aren't able to, unless in your truck you have Wi-Fi to where you're able to send out contracts via email and or fax, or have a team set aside to where they can do those things. So that being said, my advice would be to focus on what you can physically do right now. And a lot of times, us as entrepreneurs and us that are very ambitious, we have a iconoclastic idea that we need to be doing all of these different things. But that is the mistake. That is what separates the effective of the non-effective, is because they put their energy in multiple different places. The reason why a laser is so very potent is because all of its energy is focused on one thing. So first thing is your energy. Make sure your energy is in the proper place. The second thing is your effort. What do I mean by effort? Good help is hard to find. I've gone through 4 different executive administrators, and we're only in May since January. That being said, is you want to make sure that your effort is consistent. Put your energy in, make it laser focused, and then put your effort. Effort is one of the most difficult things that it is to do when nobody believes in you but yourself. Effort is very difficult when you have to battle your self-limiting beliefs, because you have to get up and show up every single day. You have to send out those contracts. You have to make those phone calls. You have to send out those emails. You have to make those cold calls, knock on people's door, ask that girl out, ask that guy out. Keep running even when you don't see results. Keep eating healthy when you don't see results. Effort is the hardest thing to do when you're in the beginning stages, because we're in an age of instant gratification. But you have to continue to put in that effort. You have to get down and you have to stay down in order to be successful. So the first thing is energy. Focus your energy to where the least things you're focused on, the more powerful you are. Second thing is your efforts. You need to stay consistent with your efforts, continuing to do it, not until you're tired, but until you accomplish it. Create small goals, something that you can do every 30 days, every 60 days, and every 90 days. There's an African proverb that says the easiest way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So when you think of this huge elephant, you can become paralyzed with fear. You can become paralyzed with your self-limiting beliefs. You can become paralyzed with how somebody else tried to eat that elephant and they failed. How somebody else tried to eat that elephant and they filed bankruptcy. How somebody else tried to eat that elephant and they got a divorce. Or how somebody else tried to eat that elephant or they had a miscarriage. I'm using the elephant as a symbolism for anything that you're trying to accomplish. There's an African proverb says the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So to make sure that your effort is effective, break up your goals every 30, 60, and 90 days. Every 30 days, do something new. Every 60 days, do something new. Every 90 days, do something new. So it's what somebody says that inch by inch is a cinch, but mile by mile, it's a pile or something like that. I don't know that one. I can't remember it right off the top of my head, but I do remember that African proverb is that the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. And the third thing, and this is the thing that has helped me to really overcome a lot of things, and it seems like I'm so grateful to where I feel like my energy and my spirit is so magnetized that anything I touch prospers, is because of my execution. Execution. What does that mean? When you do what successful people do, you will have what successful people have. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. Anything that you're trying to accomplish, execute in a proven track record to be successful. That's the reason why I have over 275 people enrolled into my online course, and I can guarantee without any equivocations, they're guaranteed at least $20,000 in business credit. The reason why is because over the 35, 18, 15, over the 13 years that I've been doing this, all I'm doing is reproducing the exact same efforts. And I'm positioning everybody the right way so that as soon as they hit that goal, boom, they get the same results. So that being said, that is what makes the difference. Your energy, making sure that you're not all over the place. Your efforts, making sure that you are consistent with trying, consistent when you fail, you get back up. Muhammad Ali is one of the best boxers there ever was, but he got knocked down many a time. It does not matter. Malcolm X says that no, it wasn't Malcolm X. It was Martin Luther King says that you can determine the character of a man, not what he does when things go well, but what he does when things go wrong. And last but not least is execution. How do you execute on that thing? The best way to do it is to follow a proven track record. Get with somebody that's been there, that's done that. I was listening to Charlemagne the God this morning, and he was talking about how he sat down with Steve Harvey and how he loves to sit down with Steve Harvey because Steve Harvey is 20 years his senior. So 20 years of experience that can teach him. That's how he became a New York Times bestselling author, because who he surrounded himself with, which is one of the reasons why I really do like the course, and I like magnetizing myself with successful people, like the gentleman that's 26 years old with 7 trucks, that's a millionaire. You see what I'm saying? That's why in my course, we have that private Facebook group, and people politic and they network with other like-minded individuals, because you are who you hang around. The #1 best-selling book of all time says that good communication corrupts good manner, which means that, evil communication corrupts good manner, which means that if you are around people that ain't doing nothing, 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up not doing nothing. If you're surrounded yourself with failures, 9 times out of 10, you're going to fail as well. All right, so that is the secret on how you're able to accomplish any single goal or task that you might have. Maximize your energy. Make sure you stay consistent with your efforts and execute in a proven track record to where you can be successful. The top show was the individuals who was on the top show before I came to my current radio station. They were laughing at some of the things that I was doing until it kicked off and became successful. Now they're trying to replicate some of those things. And I'm not saying that to impress you or anything. It's just to impress upon you that it doesn't matter what people say about you, because people gonna talk about you anyway. If you ain't got nobody talking about you, then that means that you ain't doing nothing. Very good question. So many people has joined. All right, so I need 5 more people to hit that like button so we can have. I think there are 38 people that just came in, and we have 36. I need 2 more people to hit that like button. All right, let's see. Some good questions just came in. All right, Island Boy says, good information. Thank you. Say hi to Mama for you. I sure will, Island Boy. I'll tell her you said what's up. All right, so Edward Andrew says, thanks, big bro. I see you sweating for the live feed. Yes, I am. I'm sweating because I'm out here. I got my cigar, and I'm not going to puff on a cigar in my mom's house, even though it's beautiful. I will show you what it looks like. But I'm out here in Vegas right now. All right, so the least you can do is shoot a like. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. All right, so Island Boy says you have dual citizenship. You have a businessman in both countries. Do you have to have knowledge on the international business? Do I have knowledge on international business? That's a very good question. Contrary to popular belief, most people don't know this, but Dun and Bradstreet is international. Business credit
is international. Credit itself is international. You can actually build your credit and you can do business internationally. A loan is a loan. Money gonna spend anywhere you send it. So the only thing that you would need to know is you would need to know your whatever industry you're going into. You would need to know the specificity and the practicality of that actual industry. So whether it be export or import, or whether it be construction. Real estate internationally is very, very big. One of my mentors bought this dilapidated winery in Costa Rica. And I think he said he bought it for like $50,000. It was a dilapidated winery, but it had grapes. So he turned it to like $1, not $1, but like a really cheap wine that you sell at the corner store. Turned it to $1 million business. It's all about those proven track records. So it all depends. All right, let's see here. What's going on? Young Jay is in the building. You keep telling people to get their passport. They're trying to keep people who's not out. The government think they slick. Yeah, Young Jay, everybody got to get your passport right now. So Floyd Houston is in the building. From Houston, Texas. Thank you so much for the great information. You're very, very welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been about 46 minutes. My mother is almost finished. My stick is, it goes for an hour. So do you have any other questions before I let you guys go? I got to finish. I ain't even really got to none of my pancakes. And like I said, when we get finished, I'm taking my mom. We're going to go get massages and pedicures and all of that good stuff. So what other questions do you guys have for me? I was actually going to see a funny story is I was going to see a female friend of mine that lives on the West Coast, but she was acting up. So I was like, it is what it is. All right, good stuff. All right. So Young Jay says, do you, bro? People, do I help people with their personal credit? Yes, Jay. It's a very good question. Yes, so in our course, we have DCFI Online is an online institute. And in DCFI Online, so you can go to dcfionline.com. You can see the courses. We have a total of 6 courses up right now. One is the startup coaching, which teaches you how to build business credit that's completely separate from your personal credit. With that course, you're guaranteed $20,000 in funding or you get it for a refund. The second course we have up, which is called our 720 FICO coaching. The 720 FICO coaching teaches you, it says I have 10%, okay. The 720 FICO coaching teaches you how to do a full credit sweep, how you're able to erase all the old negative items off your credit, and then you're guaranteed at least $12,500 of personal credit to boost your credit score. The person's personal score boosts anywhere from 75 to 100 points. I was doing a live feed with Trucker Brown, and a young lady said that her score went up 150 points. I actually have a video testimonial that I haven't put up yet, where she got approved for $15,000 in business credit, and she called me to tell me that her personal score went up. So you don't have to do a personal guarantee, and that's without a personal guarantee. Those are actually 2 separate situations, and I have it on one phone call. She recently gave me the permission to share it. I don't ever share anybody's information without their permission. So she gave me that information, and so it's wrapped up in 2 different phone calls. So I'm gonna put the 2 phone calls together to share that with you guys. So that's available in the course. We also have a real estate course called OPM, Other People's Money, where we'll teach you how to invest in real estate using other people's money, meaning business credit. Other people's money consists of things like business credit cards, private equity firms, private lenders, hard money lenders. So that course that's one of the courses that I've been sleeping on. We have it completed, but I went through some internal changes in my company. So I just been focusing on the 720 and the startup coaching because that's what most people focus on, and that's the guarantee. And the Other People Money course, the government contracting course, the nonprofit course, the trading course, is all about to be released in the next few weeks, but you have access to all of that in the course. So yes, so you get access to all of those different things that teach you how to boost your personal credit. So very good question, Jay. All right, so okay. So Derek says you have 6 lines of business credit, but it's not reporting to Dun and Bradstreet. What do you need to do? That's a very good question, Derek. I would definitely suggest that you. It depends, because I need to know what they are. I need to know how you're structured. It's not an easy fix. It's not something that I could do over the phone. That's why I always encourage people to enroll into our course, because in our course we walk you step by step through the process. And this that we're doing right here, I do every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday in our private Facebook group. And so along with that, and then you also get 15 minutes of free consultation anytime you need to meet with me when you're in our course. So you can either enroll into our course or book a one-on-one consultation. It's at $150 an hour. So that way I can understand exactly where you are, so I can see exactly what is on your profile, what's reporting, what's not reporting, how your DUNS number is set up, all of those different things, like how long have you had your DUNS number. So a lot of those different things play a part into why something is reporting, why it's not reporting. I need to know who these, like I said, who the companies are, what your spending habit has been. So that's a very good question. Who is it that asked that? So Derek, that's a very good question. And Derek, that's one of the reasons why my course is so very valuable, is because there's a lot of free stuff out there. You can get stuff that's free. But what if you spend all your energy, efforts, and your execution in building these relationships with companies that don't even report to Dun & Bradstreet? That's why in my course, you're guaranteed at least $20,000 in business credit, and all of it reports to Dun & Bradstreet and Experian and your IntelliScore. So everybody does not report, which is one of the bad things about building business credit. You want to do business with businesses that do report to Dun & Bradstreet as well as an Experian business. So that's a very good question that you asked, and that's one of the reasons why I make the course so affordable. It's only $50 a month, and if somebody's really serious about wanting to build their business, it's definitely worth it. I mean, I'm about to spend $150 on these manicures, pedicures, and facials. Last night we spent $46 on pizza and wings between me, my mom, and my stepfather. In the cigar shop today, I spent $35 on getting some sticks. So I said all of that to say, I mean, $50 a month. You don't have to pay for it all at one time. If you're really serious and you're wanting to move forward, I really encourage people to really do that. And you get so much value for it. All right. So Nick says, if you have one FICO score, which is TransUnion, how does Equifax catch up? That's a very good question. So Nick, this is going to be the last question I'm going to answer. So Nick Stewart Brown says, if you have one credit score, and how does Equifax and Experian catch up? Not every company reports to the credit bureaus, whether it be personal or business. They don't have to report. It's not a law that says that they have to report. That's why you want to do your due diligence, and you want to do business with people that do report. That's thing number one. Thing number two is that 9 times out of 10 you have what's considered slow credit or no credit. Sometimes having no credit is worse than having bad credit, because it's hard to get people to approve you. So that's why in our course, the 720 FICO coaching that I was telling you about, you get access to $12,500 of a personal credit that reports to all 3 bureaus on your personal credit. And the only thing that will stop you from getting approved from these companies is if you have a recent bankruptcy in the last 12 months. If you don't have a recent bankruptcy in the last 12 months, then you are going to get these different pieces of personal credit. And the young lady whose score went up 150 points was in your situation. She did not know where to go to get credit. Somebody told her to get a secured credit card, which was not the best thing for her. And the secured credit card didn't even report to all 3 bureaus. So when she did the 100-point credit boost, her score went up 150 points because of how she set everything up. And she didn't even get all 12,500. She only got 3 of the companies, and I think that totaled $7,000 in credit, and it boosted her score. So everybody's situation is different. on why their personal scores are low. Sometimes it's collection, sometimes it's not having credit, sometimes it's not having places that do report. So that's a very good question. So many more people just jumped on. So when you jump on, say hi, introduce yourself. We're like at 70 some odd people watching live right now. And a lot of different questions. Okay, wow. Okay, let's see some more questions. Says, okay, so Panope, who is that? Is that Pen Corp Incorporated says, you know Makita Maxey, and I just signed up for your course Tuesday. Floyd Houston. Welcome, Floyd. Thank you so much for enrolling in the course. And Makita is a very good case of why it's so successful. I think he has, I don't know if he wants me to tell what his scores are, but Makita is winning. And he's doing extremely well, and he's referring other people like Floyd. So thank you very much for joining, Floyd. Thank you so much for watching. And your YouTube name is PenCorp Inc. Thank you so much for that. So somebody's username, JP, says, can you answer your question, please? All right, JP, what's your question, JP? JP says, how much to book 30 minutes with me? All right, oh boy, I only charge $150 an hour. So 30 minutes, I don't do 30-minute sessions. The best thing is to enroll into the course. If the 150 is not something that you can really handle right now. And I understand that. This is why I created the course. All right, so we'll update your information on DMB. They called today to verify it. Good stuff. But also wanted a P&L and spreadsheet as a financial statement. So that's a very good question. Ashley, I need to know the first part of that. So who was it? You said you updated your information with Dun & Bradstreet, and you said they called to verify, but wanted a profit and loss and a spreadsheet of your financial statement. So I need to understand the backdrop to that. Are you applying for a particular loan right now? Why is it that they're asking for that information? And when you say they, who is they? Is that the people you applied with? Is that the underwriter? Is that Dun & Bradstreet? Did you buy the business credit builder package? Are they trying to sell you the business credit builder package? So there's a lot of different second parts to that question. So if you can tell me the scenario, Ashley, and I can try to answer that for you. All right. All right, Nick Stewart Brown says, I helped you get your credit score up 150 points. That's what I'm talking about, Nikki. Thank you so much for participating, and thank you for sharing this. Thank you so much for the testimonial. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching live, you can see in the comments, Nikki Stewart Brown score went up 150 points. Awesome job. And if you're not watching this live, and you're like, Dean, how come I couldn't answer these questions live? Once again, because you did not subscribe. And because if you did subscribe, you did not hit the bell. So thank you so much for that testimonial, Nikki. I really appreciate that. Awesome. All right, so Mario Caldwell says, what you missed? Teary face. You missed so much, my man. I'm about to jump off right now. All right, Island Boy says, probably $75 because it's $150 an hour. But you should message Dean on Facebook to know for sure. If he doesn't answer it here now. Good stuff, Island Boy. I appreciate that. So you guys are talking amongst yourselves in the comments. Okay, good stuff. All right, so Black 12, Black 12212 says you booked an hour-long consult with me for May the 8th. All right, awesome. I will be back 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm out of town right now. I'm in Vegas. Black. So I won't be back in Atlanta, and I won't be back doing business for real next Tuesday. What's next Tuesday's date? So tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo, which is Friday. Yeah. So yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah. So I'll be back then. So we good. So I'll be back then. Message me so that we can confirm everything. Black 112 1212. That's a cool name. Black 122212. I just call you Black. So Black, just message me to confirm everything. Patricia is handling things while I'm away. Tandosi is handling things while I'm away. I have a new assistant, Jafar, that was supposed to start last week, but he had some issues. So I'm kind of, like you said, I'm in paradise right now. I'm on vacation. I'm out of the loop. a little bit. So if you sent that, I have to check my email and also get with my assistants. They check in with me at least twice a day while I'm on vacation. So thank you so much for that, Black. All right. Can you get business credit to start a food truck? Yes, you can get business credit to start any and everything. You can get business credit to start a weed dispensary. You can get business credit to start a weed business. You can get business credit to start a prostitution ring. You can get business credit to do any and everything you want to do if you do it the proper way and you abide by the rules. And the reason why I said prostitution ring is because I'm in Vegas and it's legal here. The only time you would want to do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to go ahead and go. Somebody asked a question. We updated the address on and business information. Okay. All right. So Ashley, if you updated the address and business information, then you don't have to do a profit and loss statement, and you don't have to do a spreadsheet. So there's something more to that. One thing about Dun & Bradstreet is that they always try to sell you business credit builder packages. One of my clients got approved for a $4,500 not personal. He called Dun & Bradstreet to, why did he call Dun & Bradstreet? We were talking about it in the private group. I think he called Dun & Bradstreet to check on his DUNS number because he hadn't got his DUNS number. And the salesperson told him that he should get the business credit builder package because he pre-qualified for something. And so my client kept going back and forth with a representative at Dun & Bradstreet because Dun & Bradstreet was trying to sell him the business credit builder package. And my client was like, I don't need that. If I'm approved, then you could tell me who it was. And so the person was like, well, I'm not going to tell you. Eventually, it slipped out. The person ended up telling them out of frustration. And then my client hung up the phone. We researched the company. He got approved for $4,500. Brand new business. All right. Thank you very much. You love my shows. Thank you so very much, Ashley. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you so much for subscribing. And most importantly, thank you for investing into yourself. Like I said, the difference between everybody else and the people that are really successful is their energy, their efforts, and their execution. If you can master positioning your energy, if you can stay consistent with your efforts, and if you can get a proven track record for execution, there's nothing that's going to stop you. The only person that's stopping you from being successful is you. So if I missed your question after the video, come and comment below your question, and I'm going to respond between now and I get back to Atlanta. I'm probably going to go live again. Like I said, we're going to a rooftop pool party tonight for an old school rooftop pool party, and then tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, so that's going to be fun. I was going to go to San Diego, and I was going to go to Vegas, not Vegas, but LA, but like I said, the young lady who I was going to spend time with, she acting up, so I'm gonna leave her where she at. And that's it. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for subscribing. The next one of these that we do, hopefully, will be 2 hours long. Sorry about that. It's going to be 2 hours long. And I'm going to actually answer your questions because I'm going to give you a number to call in. So once we get to 2,000 subscribers, then we're going to do a special Cigars with the CEO. I'm going to get the El Commodore cigar by Jay-Z. Very, very very rare cigar where he did with Cohiba. This was Isla del Sol. Very good smoke. Very good with body and flavor. It's very good with coffee. It is coffee infused with a hint of cherry at the tip. Very good smoke. As you can see, very good stick. You know, I've been talking now for about an hour. It lasts for longer than an hour. The only problem with this is that it unraveled, and it has nothing to do with Isla del Sol, but more to do with the humidor that I got it from. So very good smoke. Once again, thank you guys so much for all of your time. If I missed your question, ask your question below. Between now and when I'm on the plane, I might answer a lot of people's questions, or if I can't sleep because of the time difference, because I'm so used to running, I answer your questions below. And like I said, if you're watching this on the replay and you missed the live and you wanted to be a part of the live, make sure you subscribe, and make sure that when you do subscribe, you hit the bell. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you so much for investing in yourself. And anybody that invests in themselves, I'm going to invest in them as well. look at the link below. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to drop a link to the video that I did talking about my experience in real estate, the gentleman that asked the question to talk about leverage. And in that video, I'll talk about how I was able to get up to a $500,000 line of credit through a private lender because of how I stayed consistent with my energy, my efforts, and my execution. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys go get them. Listen, every closed eye ain't sleep, and every sleep eye ain't closed. Stay woke. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. All right, guys, you have a good one.